actually pretty pumped about because I know that you guys need to know the breakdown. If you missed my last video, I will have it linked up here or up here, but we are gonna break down the 3 important steps that I went over all about how to start your career in real estate. And this is part 1. My 3 steps to getting started in real estate. The first step to this 3-part series that we're going to be doing in the next few weeks is right now we're going to focus on getting your license in the state that you live in. So obviously I'm in Colorado, so I'm going to talk about getting your Colorado state license. The Colorado Real Estate Commissions, which is DORA, the Department of Regulatory Agencies, houses everything that you're going to need. It's going to be the blueprint to getting your license. I'm going off of the fact that you're brand spanking new, you've never had your license, and you want to get it. You're going to jump on the DORA website, which I will have linked in the comments below. You're going to go step by step in order on what you need to do. And the first thing is figuring out your education. If you have a degree in an accredited college or university that majored in real estate, that will actually help and take off some of your hours that you are gonna need to qualify. If you have a college or university that you have your transcripts from, those will be due when you submit your application. However, if you are a newbie and you have no hours and you need to get up to that 168 hours, then you're gonna go to what we call real estate school. We're gonna go with you're brand new and you have no hours of education. There are so many schools that are available for you to utilize to getting your accredited hours. And the amazing part about starting a career in real estate is you work at your own pace. I was able to bust out my hours, bust out my exams, get through all the minutia, and get my license fairly quickly. But I also wasn't working a full-time job at the time other than mom. There are so many different schools that have the opportunity and the availability that can work around your schedule. Some schools house a complete online experience. The online experience is kind of like when you're in college. You're gonna have your class online, you're gonna have your discussions. Everything is 100% online for your convenience. You'll have a allotted time frame every week to complete certain tasks or assignments, and be able to do discussions with your classmates and the instructor all through Zoom and online. Your second option is going to be hybrid classes. They do offer these too, partially on the computer and then partially in a classroom setting. This is actually the option that I chose because even though I wasn't working a full-time job, I obviously was at home with the kids. My husband was working and he was normally working during the day. I chose to go 1 day a week, where the first week you'd have week 1, you'd have 7 days, they'd give you everything that you need to go over. I'd start on a Monday and I'd have Sunday to complete everything, and we would meet Wednesday evenings at I think it was at 6 o'clock. All of my classmates would be there and the instructor would be there, and we would go over everything that we were supposed to be completing for that week. So any questions that arise, anything we can all discuss, we go over. We were there for a few hours. Actually, my girlfriend who also got her real estate license, we became friends in real estate school. We ended up joining the same brokerage, but her and I would study together. We started doing little meetups here and there to do extra studying when we had time, and then of course the instructor was always there through email, or we could call, we could text, and they would be able to answer our questions if we had any before the next session. The last is a full classroom setting. Depending on what school you chose, everybody's going to be different. The times, the schedule, whatever it may be. These are all things that are going to be available to you to research and find which real estate school is going to work best for you. When I ended up choosing my real estate school, I actually chose it through a brokerage. Keller Williams housed their own schooling program. The instructor was also a mentor at this particular brokerage. Not only was she an instructor for the school, but she actually was a working licensed real estate agent who was working her business, and she worked at that brokerage. So that may be an option for you guys, because still at that point, when I made the decision to go through the brokerage, I was not quite clear where I was gonna go once I had obtained my license. Even though I did the schooling, I was at this brokerage, I was not obligated to go there. You can still go wherever you want once you get certified. Okay guys, now that you've graduated real estate school and your certification of completion that your instructor will give you, you're gonna wanna contact the PSI so you can schedule your real estate exam. Denver in particular only has 2 locations that are available for you to schedule these exams. When you guys make your appointment to go to the center to take your exam, make sure literally you are like 10 minutes early, 20 minutes early. Just be early. They will not hold your spot if you're even a minute late. They are sticklers for that. When I scheduled my exam in Centennial, I at the time didn't realize that Centennial was like 45 minutes away from the location I was at and didn't house for that. So luckily I had left early, otherwise it would have been a shit show. They will literally push it aside. You walk in late, it doesn't happen. I've seen it. They don't care if you get stuck in traffic or what the issue is. They will not hold your place and they will not refund you your money, and you will have to reschedule and repay for the exam. Also, when you show up early to your exam, make sure you have your ID, you have your certification of completion from real estate school, and you have a form of payment, because this is when you're going to pay for the exam. So when you sign up for the exam, you're going to be signing up for a 2-part exam, your state and your federal. They allot you 4 hours to complete both exams, and each exam is 100 questions. Now trust me, at first it seems, oh sweet, that's a ton of time, that's not a lot of questions, I'm gonna blow through this, no problem, I'll be out of here early. No, 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 no. Pretty much everyone I've spoken to, it wasn't just me, has said that they've used every minute. You start second guessing yourself, you go crazy, it's there's some things that are repetitive. It's tricky. It reminded me a lot of high school, not college so much, because I feel like high school, like they're trying to trick you and they're like, oh, I'm gonna ask this question, then I'm gonna reformat it and ask the same one over here, and you're like, oh, wait a minute. Make sure you're taking your time, you're going through it. And for me, the best way to do it for me was literally start going through the questions. If I got stumped on one, instead of sitting there going, oh gosh, like I don't know, I literally moved on to the next. You can always go back. That way you keep rolling and rolling, and then the ones that you're kind of stumped on, you can go back to those. That way you're not rushed at the end going C, whatever myth that gets it right. The cool part about it, you take your state, you take your fed, and you'll know right away. They will give you results. It's a pass or fail. And they hand you this black and white piece of paper and it has your picture on it and you're all excited, and then it'll be like, here you have a fail, or here you have a pass. And you're like, have to get, I believe it's either 70% or higher to pass. You do have to pass both exams to get your license, but let's say you pass your state and then you fail your federal. Well, now you have to reschedule, repay for your federal only. So they're only gonna charge you for the one. Now that you've passed your state, you never have to take it again unless you let your license lapse, or, I mean, that's a whole nother issue. But state, done. Now you just have to worry about your federal. So you're only paying and scheduling for your federal until you pass it. You get multiple chances to pass, but they give you a 7-day wait period in between taking the exam. Now that you've passed both your exams, you have your state pass, you have your federal pass, now what? Well, now you're gonna schedule that background check and your fingerprint. Both of these are gonna be submitted for state and federal record. So now it's up to you to set up with Colorado fingerprinting and get your time and your schedule to go get that done. Okay, so while you're waiting for your background and your fingerprints to come, now you're gonna look into your E&O insurance. So every active real estate licensee will have in effect a policy of errors and omissions insurance. And now you have completed all of these crazy steps. You are finally ready to complete your online application. You guys are jumping online to get your application going. You will need all the documentation, schooling, your background check, your fingerprints, and of course, your E&O insurance. All that is going to be required at the time that you submit your application. Once your background check is complete and your application has been processed and approved, you are now going to receive your Colorado real estate license. Yay, congratulations. I know it may seem like a lot, but again, if you go to Dora, there you're going to have it all broke down for you. I've also broke it down for you so you guys can get a jump start, today. Don't forget that this is at your pace. Whatever your schedule is, this is gonna work for you. So get it out of your mind that you don't have time and you can't do it, because if you really want to, you're gonna do it. I hope you guys enjoyed the first part to this 3-part series on how to start a career in real estate. Be on the lookout for part 2 so we can go over all about getting that sponsoring broker. And let me know in the comments below, what state are you looking at getting your license? And if I don't see you around Denver, I'll definitely see you on my next video. Bye!